Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Derrick here with another video, and today we are in a 2015 Volkswagen Beetle Convertible. And this car has a 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and it makes 170 horsepower and 184 pound-foot of torque. And as you can see, I'm rolling out with the windows, or with the convertible top down. It says it's 27 degrees on the temperature gauge here, and it's pretty freaking cold, so I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. I got the heated seats going, and it's pretty warm. This engine has a pretty decent amount of torque, and I do like the styling of this. The exterior is not the greatest looking thing ever. Some people like it, some people do not. However, I'm kind of a fan of it. I like the newer styling of this. They actually have a Tanner Faust version of this, which is all-wheel drive, and it actually looks pretty good. I like actually the rear spoiler. It's pretty nice. The convertible top makes it a little bit better, but obviously, you know, based on where you live, it may or may not be very practical. I'd say the exterior is not too bad. It's give or take, you know, you either like it or you dislike it. And I happen to like it quite a bit. So let's talk about the interior of this car. The interior is pretty nice. There's some hard plastics here and there, but overall there's no shakes and rattles in the car, which is really nice. But you know, this is a 2015, so it's only a 2-year-old car, and you know, it's only got 50,000 miles on it. The heated seats work really well. They're saving my ass right now because it's freaking cold outside. Other than that, the gauges are really nice. The infotainment is very, you know, standard of Volkswagen. This one does not have the navigation, so you're missing out a little bit in that area. However, you know, it's very intuitive. There's buttons for everything. There's, you know, your twist knobs and your tuning knobs. So my only issue is that it doesn't look like, unless I'm missing it here, it does not look like there's a USB cable. It looks like there's an aux in right here in the center stack, which is kind of disappointing. And there is no rear view camera, which is very disappointing, because when the top is actually up, the visibility isn't that great.
And here's a little peek into the actual trunk. And here's a look with the seats folded down. The pass-through is actually quite tiny.
The rear seat room's pretty decent. It's not something that I'd complain about. Headroom back here is actually not too bad. Maybe an inch of room back here. But the roof does not slope, so that's nice. And yeah, it's a pretty soft liner. Obviously it's a soft top, so it's not too bad. This is definitely not really a car that you would want to fit 4 people in. There's some nice interior bits here and there. There's some white plastic trim all the way across, and it's nice, but I think it's fairly reflective, and I'm not sure if it's based on the exterior of the car. If it is, then it makes sense, and with the white interior, or sorry, with the tan interior, it does not look that bad at all. The frontwards visibility is actually really nice. It's very easy to see over the hood, and there's quite a bit of space in here. It doesn't feel cramped or anything like that. There is also this nice table here. You can put stuff in here. It's kind of rubber lined, so you can put stuff and it won't move around. The D steering wheel, or the flat bottom steering wheel, is pretty nice as well. Let's move on to sort of the performance of this car. Now this is a front wheel drive bias car, and with the convertible top, it's quite a bit heavier, so it does feel quite heavy when driving it around. 1.8 turbo, it's actually quite peppy and pretty fun to drive. It's heavy, and you can tell that. It's around, you know, 3,300, 3,400 pounds, and you know, you're not hiding the weight around here. It's not one of those cars that, you know, it's not like a Mini Cooper or something like that. With the 170 horsepower and 184 pound-foot of torque, and you put it in the sport mode, it's pretty quick. You definitely get that torque that you need. and you know, it doesn't feel like a slow car at all. The only problem is with the steering, it just feels like a heavy car. You know, you're not gonna get around that. I'm gonna put the freaking top back up. It's freaking cold. And what's nice about this convertible top is that it actually closes fairly quick. And then there's also a button in here that closes all 4 windows, which is pretty nice automatically. There's ambient lighting over the tweeters in the front here, which is pretty cool. And there's an LED light strip that goes across this entire portion here. I mean, you're not gonna blow anybody away in this car. The transmission is pretty decent here. The ride is extremely comfortable. That's really what I like. So talking about the performance, the acceleration's pretty decent with the 4-cylinder 1.8 turbo. The ride is really nice. It's very compliant over bumps. The only thing that I would really complain about in the performance department is the steering and the weight. It's not actually, you know, one of those cars where it's super floaty or it has a lot of play in the steering wheel, but it does. The car feels heavy when you turn in. So if you're looking for any used cars, any Mitsubishis, make sure you check out Libertyville Mitsubishi. I want to thank them very much for allowing me to do this review today. And yeah, make sure if you come check them out that you tell them Derrick sent you, and they'll definitely hook you up. The brakes aren't that great either. The brakes on this are quite spongy, but yeah, so other than the brakes being bad and the steering being bad, this car is pretty good. I would definitely recommend it. And that's my review of the 2015 Volkswagen Beetle. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you keep it tuned into my social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on there all the time posting stuff that you know, you'll know in advance when I'm coming out with a new video. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.